Welcome back, everyone. It's Stephanie from Glitterful. If you're new, welcome to my channel. If you're looking to learn fun and easy glitter tumbler designs and DIY crafts, start today by subscribing to our channel below. Become that glitterholic and click that notification bell to always know when I upload. Guys, so once you have prepped your cup, all I did was a normal sand, and I spray painted white. And the reason why I spray painted white and not like the color of the glitters was because we have so many colors going into this that I just needed a base to start. I have printed out and already like placed it on my transfer tape. You have water and 3 droplets of Dawn dish soap because we're going to be using the wet method to apply this. You're going to need some paper towel here, guys, around, okay? You want to have Mod Podge around. We have a little cup, and you have paint brushes. So let's go ahead and start applying this, and then I can continue on. This is a very tedious design, but it's so worth it, guys. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and wet this entire cup here. Wet the entire cup. You're going to see it's a little sudsy. I just want to wet it so that when I'm applying my decal, it's movable. I can lift it and it's not going to be a problem. All right, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to lift this for a second. Like, I don't have anything to try. Let me move this over here. And as I'm lifting this up, as you can see, I'm rolling it. You know, if you've done this before, if you're watching this for the first time, just want to be careful. Your decals can still get stuck to the bottom. This is an accident waiting to happen. If you have a spray bottle, guys, even better. If you don't, as you can see, I don't have one. I gotta invest in getting one. I'm just adding just a little bit, not a lot, because I already have enough on the cup. Just enough that I can move this around. As you can see, I'm spraying with my hands here. Not too much. All right, this is enough to allow us to get the cup to the design to move. So we want to go ahead and start aligning it as best as you can. Actually, let's do it from this, from edge to edge. Now, as you can see, hopefully you guys can pick this up well. The design, I'm going to lay this here for a second. The design is perfectly shaped out for you to put this on a 20 ounce. I got this off of Etsy, and I have the link to where I bought it. I can't remember the name of the shop at this very second, but I will have it listed below. So take a look. I'm going to start rolling that on here. And then I'm just going to start bringing this. Let me move my little foamy thingies. And I'm just pushing as I'm starting to leave this on here. I'm starting to push that water out. And I hope you guys are catching that. And I'm rolling the water. And I just want to meet from end to end. I'm going to lift this transfer tape up. Guys, I can tell you I'm notorious for never lining things up. And I must have messed up my my count here a little bit. My measurement. That's okay. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to fix that towards the end here. Okay, so once you have met the 2 corners, you can go ahead and lift some of that transfer tape up. You want to not try to do this too much because you need to have, it's not ready to lift, okay? So with your cloth or paper towel, guys, you want to push as much of that water as you can out from the top and from the sides. So you're just really pushing, just like if you were doing a water slide, so that it can lay flat, guys. So you're just going to be pushing that out, and then you want to let this sit for a little bit. so that you can so it can properly sit onto the cup. All right, guys, so once you remove your transfer tape, you want to start peeling off your pieces of vinyl that you want to glitter. So in the areas that you want to glitter, I should say. So for this particular row, I will be doing a one-on, one-off offset so that when we glitterize the tumbler or the areas, the arrows are actually going to be, each side is going to be a separate color, and it's going to alternate, and that's going to make a little bit more sense once we have that glitterized. So we're up to the fun part, which is the glitter, of course. So you'll see here that I tried to add Mod Podge down the whole row, and I should know better that this is going to dry. So this did not work out very well for me. It actually created a little bit of a mess. And trying to fix my issue here, I did try to use a little bit of heat gun so that I can move my process a little bit quicker. But I will tell you that that is not the way you want to apply your glitter. Alrighty, so I will be able to show you how to fix this, or how to do it properly, I should say. But note here how I'm pulling off the extra vinyls on this row. So this is how we're going to complete the next row, or the next glitter in that section. I am doing some touch-ups there just so that I can make sure that the red stripes are okay. So now that we're up to the good part here, or applying it correctly, you'll want to do 1 to 2 lines, open lines, before you actually before doing your entire row, because that way you have better coverage. Your Mod Podge isn't going to be drying out on you. Be very careful in those inside of those lines, because you want to ensure that you're getting every nook and cranny. I am doing a second coat of glitter on the chunky glitters, just that way it can have additional coverage. All right, guys, so once you're done glittering your first row, give yourself a round of applause. There's a lot of learning in that. You start peeling off your next row. So for this one, again, I'm doing an alternative mix of design here. And so I started to do a stripe, one off, one on, but in full arrow. So you'll see that the arrow itself is going to be one full color, and we're going to go down that line with this color. And then once we're done applying that glitter and its second coat, because this is a chunky, I will be pulling off the vinyl and then adding my second color to that arrow. For the remainder of my cup, I am actually going to be doing alternative patterns. I'm going to be alternating my patterns. I'm not doing many. I'm just doing the two, which will be the chevron offset, which has one color on one side of the arrow and another on the other side of the arrow, and then alternating that with a full arrow, and one color on the arrow and the second on the next. I hope that kind of makes sense, guys, but you can see that with my pink and gold technique is what I'm saying with the full arrow. It's just I'm alternating the colors there as well. And so with the offset chevron pattern, what I'm doing is setting up one color. As you can see, I'm putting that there. One color for one side of the arrow, and then once we peel off that vinyl, I'll be adding an additional color to the other side of the arrow design, and then I'll go do that again until I meet the end of my tumbler. So I am going to fast forward, you guys, because this is going to take a million years, but I hope you enjoy. It is a lot of glitterizing, and we'll be back. So it's time to fix my measuring error, and I decided to use a pencil just to mark the lines to where they would have met. And then I'm going to be using painter's tape to meet the middle of that line, and I'll be pulling off just basically the design pattern, and I will be glitterizing just like that. And so I fixed my error by doing it like that, and hopefully you guys don't have to do that, but in the event that you do, voila, hopefully this helps you. So in order to protect our design, look at all those gorgeous colors there, guys. You want to go ahead and seal this with any type of sealing. I'm using a triple thick clear glaze. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to spray it down at least 3 times, giving it 10-minute breaks in between. Once you have let your sealant fully dry, we're going to be doing a flood coat of epoxy over this. So I'm doing about 80 mLs here, but it's key, guys. If you're using multiple colors, you have to seal your glitters. If not, when applying the epoxy, the glitters are just gonna move around. So you're gonna see here that I am epoxying this beauty. I'm also going to add a little bit of heat with my torch just to kill those micro bubbles that may be in the cup. And then we're just going to let this beauty dry. I'm using KS Resin Fast Set, so it's going to be at least 3 to 4 hours for its dry time. So I bought this Tangram Chevron pattern from Etsy, and I'll have the link below. But the one thing I don't like about this sold SVG is that the actual pattern itself is not given. So I had to like kind of do some MacGyver stuff. I had to print or act like as if I was printing the pattern and then save it to my pictures, upload it back into Cricut, do all the edits of unblocking all the, the colors or checking off each cut. And so therefore I was able to re-upload this new pattern of, I guess, like a copy of the pattern, but it thickened up the lines. So I was able to actually create this really, I guess the lines for the actual pattern itself, so it can give dimension to the tumbler. So I'm sorry that wasn't completely in depth. It was quite a process for me to figure it out. And I am using the wet method to apply this whole pattern on here again. And it actually works out pretty well. I mean, I cut off the border of the tops for top and bottom. And I am saving those because remember, I do have to MacGyver my last section so that I can make my, my pattern work. I'm adding my last layer of epoxy to cover the decal of the pattern. And I'm adding a pinch of Phoenix, which is our epoxy enhancer in gold. So if you love Mystique, you definitely have to check out Phoenix. It just gives it the perfect shimmer to any design without taking away from the design. Very subtle, but super awesome to put on any cup. So there you have it, guys. Look at this awesome Tangram Chevron pattern tumbler. I'm just so in love with all the colors. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to have on this. My husband and I keep having a little bit of debates. He says I should leave it like this. Of course, I'm an extremist. I want more. So right now it has no further decal, but who knows? Maybe I'll change my mind down the road. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel already, please do so. Click on that notification bell to always know when I upload. And don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and join our Facebook group, Glitter Tumbler Epoxy Hacks Beginners to Advanced, so that you guys can be surrounded by a community of crafters. Well, I'll see you there. You all have a glitterful day. Bye.